Howdy, and welcome to Sling Making with Wickedstorm Gaming. Normally I do video games. Today I'm going to try to make a sling because, I was interested in the last stream. This is saddle leather. This is what I made that sheath out of on Twitter. This does not make good sling. It does not bend. Stiff piece of shit. Away with you. Now what you're going to need is a ruler, something to cut with, and leather. That's it. Oh, yeah. Some string, some way to make a hole. But really just those. I already got a pattern traced out on this. I hope you can see it. It's a 2" by 4" rectangle with a 1" dash on both sides. Now all you need to do is cut that out, put a hole in all 4 flaps, and then you just fold these over and you end up something like this, which is a perfect little sling. This one is actually quite a bit bigger than that one. And then I just braided together some of that string on the end, put a loop on one side, and you got yourself a sling. It's quite nice. You can make slings out of pretty much anything. Here's a bit of tow rope I found on the road with some paracord. Cut that with a razor blade I heated up with a blowtorch. It worked out quite nicely. You make them all kinds of shapes and shit too. There's a triangle one that actually functions as a necklace, but I have no idea how the hell I made that one. It came out really nice though. Anyway, you just take your little leather here, and I was thinking I could use this, but I'm not going to because I have something better. I'll take this thing and just chop straight through there. You can just do this with scissors if you want to. This is just a bit of old boot, by the way. You can see there's still some string stuck in it. Yeah. Away with you. You take it, make sure you line it up properly. Gotta hang. There we go. Get rid of that. And you got your little 2 by 4" thing here. This is a good size. I like this size. These dashes are 1". And you can adjust that however you want. There's no... Oh, the ruler fell away. Take it here. See if your dashes or your things are big enough. That is not big enough. We're going to have to make those bigger. Full blade length, maybe? It might be too much. Yeah, that's much better. It makes a nice little pouch like that. Glorious. You just take your hole puncher. Punch a hole as close to the middle as you can. The little flap. You need to twist, make sure it got a good hole. Do all 4 of those flaps. Just gonna do 2 right now. You can see they line up nicely. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it. I can't see the screen on the back of the camera. And then I like to use this cotton twine, especially with the leather. I think it looks nice. But you can use whatever you want. You can paracord or whatever the fuck that is. More twine. You can just braid these out of paracord or bale and twine, wherever you want. I like to go with a full spread arm length. That's a sharp fucking knife. You need 2 of these. You just thread it through here, if you can. Oh dear. Oh, it's too small. I need something to push it through. If the hole's too small and you don't feel like making it bigger, I like to use a twisty tie. Just a bit of wire comes on the bread. And you push it through. Both sides. And you thread one end of both strings. There we go. Make sure you got not doing both ends of the same string. You spread that out, put the strings in, and very easily pull it through. And what you do is you pull it so it's even. And then you will braid up all the way along that. I'm not going to do that on video. It helps if you have like a clamp or something. You can clamp it to something so you can keep it tight and go on. And eventually it's braiding down. I think this one actually has 3 strings on it. Yeah. Nice and thick. Braid it down. You put a knot on the end so it doesn't come unwound. On the other end you put a loop, which I think I'll braid up that one and I'll show you how to do the loop. Okay, when you start to get to the end of the string while braiding, you gotta stay, you little bastard. There. Alright. When you start getting towards the end of the string while braiding, you want to put something in there, again, with the twist tie. Just lay it in there and then just keep braiding around it like it's not there. You just keep braiding. You put that in there and you just braid the string like normal. And you just keep going. This is going to be the loop. You want to braid this until you can wrap it around your finger that you're going to be putting it on. Preferably, I'd say with a little wiggle room. Alright, once you get it down to where it's big enough to fit around whatever finger you're going to do, I'm using the thickest part of my thumb. Well, yeah, it works. The thickest part of my thumb, because I want to be able to slip this on and off fairly easily. You just single out one strand, and this is entirely optional. But you single out one strand, you can tie it off with a little loop so it's easy to get undone. Then you just braid these last 3. Braid that up a bit. No, not to be super far. Just braid it up as far as you care to. I think I'm going to stop there. And this one I'm going to tie off as well. Just to keep it from unraveling while I'm doing other stuff. There, see? You take this string that you singled off earlier. You put it through the whatever thing you have. If you forgot to do this, it's no big deal. You just get a pen or something and widen open a hole for you to stick it through. You just pull that through there. Just like that. So now you got a perfect little loop for your finger. To keep it from coming undone, you take this, lay that up parallel to the other thing. Pull that tight. You wrap it around. You just wrap it around, just tie a knot in this. Just a single knot, nothing fancy. Just like that. Then you just keep doing that over and over and over. And if you keep wrapping it around the same direction, you'll start getting a spiral to form. I can't pull it super tight because it's tied to the camera stand. I'm going to rip the whole camera down. But you just keep repeating that over and over. And that forms a good, strong... That is not going anywhere. And you got this that's just left over. That's probably enough to get one more thing up. I don't care. And you just take these and you cut it off with your knife, scissors, or whatever you got. I have a knife. It is surprisingly sharp. You just trim this one off. And then if you want to make it so it'll never come undone, put a dab of super glue on there. It'll never go anywhere. And you just had this little bit of fluff here, which I like. You can also trim that off level if you wanted, but I like the fluff. And that's how you do the loop. And on the other end, just braid it the same way. Get it to the length that you want so you can put this on a finger and hold the knot on the other side with the pouch proper. Like this. Whatever kind of knot you want. I did it kind of the same thing I did on this, but just going down without a loop on this one. But you can just tie a regular knot like that. It actually is easier to hold on to anyway. Doesn't look quite as good, but it's easier to hold on to, a bit more functional. You want to get it so you can hold the string, hold the knot in the string, and the pouch is even like that. See? And that's how you make a sling. To finish off the sling, if you want to tie it with a knot like I do, rather than just a regular, just a regular knot like this. You do the same thing you did on the other side, you just forget the loop part. You just loop this around, put it through. It's a lot easier if you don't put a big fucking knot in the way, like I did. Dumbass. And you just keep doing that over and over. And while I'm doing this, I wanted to talk to you about the ammo types for this kind of stuff. Basically, anything that fits in the pouch is ammo. Be it marshmallows or rocks. If you want to do it in the house and not break shit, these little Nerf balls, squishy little things, these are great. Marbles work, steel shot works, rocks work, lead dice. More anyway. Or you could go nuts like I did and go traditional route and make yourself some lead footballs. Fucking things are heavy. That's 5 ounces, 3 ounces, and 1 ounce. Teeny little guy. Cute little thing. And you just keep doing this over and over to finish this off. Yeah, these slings are like my favorite post-apocalyptic kind of weapon thing in my mind, because ammo's easy. With a gun, you gotta be able to, I don't know if you've ever tried, making gunpowder is freaking hard. Especially if you don't have the right fucking machinery and shit for it. It's difficult. Arrows, easier, but still you gotta have straight sticks. You gotta find fletching, you gotta make the arrowheads. It's all very time consuming. With a sling, you run out of ammo, you just pick up some fucking rocks. Or you find some clay, make yourself some shit out of that. Literally anything that fits in the pouch can be thrown. It's quite nice. It's already done. And like with everything else, just cut it off and call it good. I put away my knife, so. And for a different knife. And just like that, it slides off the thing where you can't see it. Lovely. I tied it to a weight to keep it from slipping away while I was working on it. And you fluff that up. Make it look good. And there you go. It's the knot I like to put on the end of them. Not quite as easy to grip as just a regular knot, though. You can see the difference there. It's easier to keep a hold of. I have a pretty strong grip. And I just like the way that looks better, personally. And your end result should look something like this. Now, the longer you make the strings, the farther you're going to be able to throw it because of centrifugal force and shit. But the shorter it is, a lot easier to aim. Of course, you can decorate it however you want. You can take a piece of wood and rub it like this to smooth the edges. Completely unnecessary, but it looks nice. I've never done it with this leather before. This leather's so floppy. Such nice, pliable leather this is. You can make this out of anything. I've made it out of, like I said, tow rope. I melted the holes in this because it's nylon. I got one braided out of baling twine. You can make these things out of anything. I even got one I made out of a seatbelt here somewhere. Yeah, see? The leather is my favorite, though. It's got just enough grip that you can really spin stuff when you throw it. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you make some of your own and have some fun. Be careful, though. They are kind of hard to aim at first. It takes a lot of practice to get these things. The main reason I think most armies went with bows rather than slings, even though slings, I think, throw farther than bows do. I should test that out. I have a bow. I have slings. Maybe someday. Finding the shot after throwing it, though, it'll be a pain in the ass. But, yeah, much easier to aim a bow, much easier to train with a bow, so. Probably why most people didn't go with these. That's why they switched to crossbows, too. It's much easier to train somebody to aim a crossbow than a regular bow, even though a regular bow shoots faster and better in, well, most ways, unless you're, the slingshot guy. But anyway, see you guys next time. Have fun.